Oh, the sketchiest reality show on television. Also, yo, Andy King, GOAT, fellow TikToker turned YouTuber.
Childhood. Wasn't it cool?
I can't do it.
No, it's gonna be okay. Just keep going. The days moved slower. The air smelled fresher, and the light was brighter. I'm not really sure what I'm talking about right now. But hey, remember the TV channel A&E? The one that's very much still around, so you don't have to remember it? That channel had some bangers, which in my childhood, I would watch frequently. But me, my brother, and my dad really liked...
Oh, Storage Wars. I watched Storage Wars. I watched, what was that one where it was a pawn shop? I don't even know if that was A&E. Pawn Stars. I would watch all that. Yo, did y'all ever watch, in Scared Straight, did y'all ever watch Storage Wars? That was a fire show.
Storage Wars, a show where teams would split up in a storage facility and literally kill each other. Guys, I was just joking, okay? It's okay. What actually happens is rather straightforward. Everyone bids on storage lockers that they see potential value in and compete to see who can find the most valuable items. It probably doesn't sound very interesting yet.
Dude, and some of them are so bad at it. That guy with the hat was the biggest. Oh my God, he has a hat that says yup every time he'd bid, because they'd have an auctioneer for the storage units. And he'd be like, 1, 2, and can I get a 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5? And this guy would just go, yup. Yup. Just sitting there, unfazed, no emotion, just blacked out sunglasses.
Valuable items. It probably doesn't sound very interesting yet, but consider this. It is. Because if we know anything about reality shows, somehow they're gonna take the most niche hobby and turn it into America's next big fascination. Have you seen the graph for duck call sales increase?
Yo, Duck Dynasty used to be my show. But that was actually a fully staged show. I don't know if it was proven, but like before the show actually launched, none of them had beards. Except maybe the 2 old fucks. But like this guy was clean shaven, this guy was clean shaven, and they had to make themselves look all like country. And like they like lived in the swamp. But in reality, they were just really rich businessmen that sold duck calls.
After the release of Duck Dynasty? Well, I haven't, but I bought one, and so did literally everyone else I knew. Honestly, I think we just wanted to hear the noise. What the fuck was that about? I don't really know where I was going with that. Let's hop in. But first, all this talk of clearing out units is really making me have to go. That's why today's video is sponsored by Colon Brew.
I'm skipping it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Andy, I love you, man.
Forever. We're just gonna poop for like 30 minutes. There is so much to say about Storage Wars, and I'm absolutely juicing at the thought of it, but first you're gonna want to take a look at this title sequence.
400. Fine.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So.
Yep. Dude, they'd borderline get into a fucking fist fight. And you would just see, like, exactly the people that you think would be bidding on storage units are the people that are bidding on storage units.
Right, okay. They're making this shit look hard as fuck. You saw the way he smacked that unit? I've watched that, like, I don't know, 20 times. He goes from gripping this blurred out can to ever so swiftly breaking every bone in his hand. Also, I'm sure we can all agree, simply based on the way that this guy looks, that that's a can of Diet Coke. I mean, this guy is a cookie cutter Diet Coke drinker. Come on. And now you're probably thinking, holy shit, Andy, you can't get 10 seconds into the episode without yapping your trap. Okay. In this title sequence, we're first introduced to our cast of characters as, well, just that. Yeah, instead of telling us their names right off the bat, we just get their archetypes. Haven't you guys heard of the classic archetype of the gambler, or the mogul, or the...
Yo, I forgot about this. The mogul, the entrepreneur, the young buck.
collector? No, wait,
Collector.
no. I know you've studied the arc of
Bro's name is the Mogul. Yo, what a douchebag title.
the young gun. Well, I guess we'll see those personalities come to life later in the episode. But for now, meet
The
Dave,
Young Gun's 46.
Daryl, Brandy, Jared, and the goat himself, Barry.
Today we're in Alpine Storage in Yucaipa, California.
It's a quiet bed.
Like, where the fuck? What the fuck are they gonna find in here that's valuable? Today we're in a random storage unit in a bodunk nowhere town. We're gonna sell these for fucking $10,000 a piece. Meanwhile, they're gonna find fucking poop in here and try and sell it.
bedroom community now, but it does have quite a past.
All right, so this sounds like a pretty peaceful town, right? Quiet bedroom community. And if you've watched the show for a while, you've probably realized that this is often the case with locations in the show. Oh, but hold on. What's this that they're showing right after that clip, huh? Let's take a look.
It's a quiet bedroom community now, but it does have quite a past.
Oh, shit. So yeah, if you haven't picked up on it yet, a lot of people die here. And it kind of makes me think, you know, how many units in the history of this show have belonged to recently deceased people and they just haven't said anything? If you think about it, it makes sense.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it makes all no my god, it makes so much more sense now. I was always thinking that it was like they didn't have the money to pay for the unit. It's fucking dead people. That's why there's valuables, because they just fucking keeled over one day and they didn't will it to anybody, or they had debt and then now they're selling their shit.
Though, like, who just has a storage unit filled with potentially thousands of dollars worth of stuff and just abandons it? No one does that. However, tensions are high today, and it's seeming like Daryl and his son.
That's kind of like a fucking scummy business. You're literally just going to bid on dead people's shit.
Brandon are up to no good.
And instead of Dave's hat saying Newport Beach Consignment Gallery, Brandon did a little magic and made it say Newport Con Gallery.
Okay, boys, that's a pretty sick bird.
We think it's hilarious.
Daryl is a fucking character, dude. I don't know what I love about him more. The fact that he consistently looks.
Daryl looks like he smells like Cheetos. Just like that, or like Cool Ranch Doritos.
It's like he just got off a boat, or the fact that he's definitely Owen Wilson in a skin suit. Apparently, Dave couldn't handle the hat joke, though, so they're gonna be covering it up for the day to appease him.
I prefer not to talk about it.
Wait, hold on a second. He kind of reminds me of
Amazing.
So now everyone is anxiously waiting outside of the.
Oh my god, maybe, what is his name? Daryl? Maybe Daryl is Nick A30's dad.
Storage facility, where the auctioneers Dan and Laura will explain the process to them.
We're gonna go to the door. We're gonna remove the lock. We're gonna give you 5 minutes to take a look. As soon as you're done looking, we're gonna sell who's ever got the most cash.
Yo, I missed this show now, bro. Fuck. I'm about to start watching Storage Wars again. after this.
In their pocket today. Are you ready to go?
All right, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I could do with another rundown, though. That was pretty fucking fast. Imagine if you were standing over there. Like, at that point, you're just here for fun, right? I'm sure there's...
And all the randos never win. Like, that's also what's sus about it. There's like 80 people that are going to bid on this shit, and the randos just never win. Unless they're only showing the ones where the main characters are winning, but it's like every unit. Daryl just bids like 10 grand.
I'm sure the show pre-packed this crowd just to have some bodies in the space, but you know what I've always thought about? The only time I've ever seen a storage auction is on Storage Wars. Do they actually exist?
Yeah, no, they actually do them. I know. I've seen one near me, and I almost went. Like a month ago. And this was actually like a callback to the show. I was like, damn, dude, like maybe I can make some bread. And then I sat there and thought about it, and I said, if I actually end up buying a storage unit and it's full of shit, I'm now stuck with shit that I need to get rid of.
Yes. You know, I always used to tell my dad, like one day we gotta go to one of these storage unit auctions.
Yo, should I do a fucking YouTube video of that? Oh! Yo, that's a fucking good ass idea. I'll make a YouTube video. I'll go to a random ass storage auction and I'll show you that I'll buy like 4 storage units and a U-Haul. And I guarantee you, I will make $0. Whatever I spend, I'll buy a fucking dead person storage unit. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to find like fucking just dead rats and like just expired food. Maybe one couch that I could probably sell for like $10.
And now that I think about it, I never got a straight answer.
Whoa! Ooh. They're gonna cut to Daryl. If you actually see, I already spotted something in the back right there. If you see that little elongated staff right there, that's a yoga mat that was probably used by Bob Marley back in the 60s. I think I'm gonna be able to buy this unit for probably under $1,000. I'm gonna be able to flip that rug for about 10 G's. If you peep over here, you can see this wood here. This is actually wood from the Civil War. You can tell by the engravings that it had. They don't make trees like this anymore. looks like trash. That's what it looks like. It looks like fucking trash. I would throw that out. All of that would be in the fucking dumpster. I'd put it on the side of the road.
Oh, I was right, man. You definitely know your stuff. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I have never seen anyone that excited about a container of wood. But
What a haul, somebody said.
Really need to know about these guys is that no matter the circumstance, they will always find something wildly specific to get excited about.
Almost looks like it's a little Victorian Eastlake, but I think it's...
Like, what the fuck? It's a fucking cabinet. It's a drawer, dude. It's a nightstand. It's not gonna sell, dude. You could probably find 10 of those on the side of the road.
I think it's actually later than that. I think I'm gonna participate.
Oh, beautiful piece of furniture. I mean, you could definitely fit a small Victorian child in here. No, wait, no, like it's fit for a king. It's fit for a child. Look, man, come on, I got a family. You'll quickly pick up on the fact that Barry knows everything, and that's pretty awesome, right? But the more he knows, the less I trust him. Jared is super interested in this antique desk, so he pulls Brandy aside to have a little chat. One of my favorite things about Brandy and Jared, though, is that they love each other so much.
Oh, no, dude, they're definitely divorced now.
It's too much.
6. I can do this all day. I know how to count to 20.
I'm a kidney puncher.
All right, guys, the show is missing something. We need one more wacky dynamic to really pull things together. Any ideas?
A falling apart marriage.
Oh, I've got one. Everyone loves a quirky husband and wife dynamic, right? Okay, but get this. What if they wanted to physically hurt each other? Dave is really interested by this specific table in the unit, and I get it, you know, tables are pretty sick. The show's not gonna let us forget, though.
We're looking at an antique table here. The table interests me a lot. It's a nice table. I definitely like it.
You know, as much as I make fun of this, I often forget that reality shows have to do things like this because the target demographic is unbelievably dense. I mean, shut the fuck up! I'm gonna miss Dave's locker! Come on! Dave likes the unit. In fact, he loves it. Dave likes it a lot. Oh, yeah, he likes it.
Before Chia, 3 1/4 right there.
Like 300. Yo, I'm already out. I'm already walking out that bitch. Chat, how much would you pay for that storage unit? $100? Like, where are you going to sell the stuff? Like, I know they have connections, but say that table's worth $120. Where the fuck are you selling that? Unless you have your own shop, which is like recognizable and known.
350,
That means here in Spanish.
Now you guys are gonna learn. Barry is quite the wisecracker, you know? Ooh, you know, that sounds like I'm calling him a wisecracker.
And 500 and 550 going once. I've got $500, 550.
Oh, there it is, we got it! Yeah! So Dave says yup all the time. You know, it's his thing. And it's arguably the staple of storage.
Dude, I remember watching this show at 10 years old and I wanted to fist fight Dave.
Yep.
Daryl, whatever his fucking name is. Starts with a D. Yep. You bidding $1,500 on a fucking storage unit. He's counting down 5 seconds. You know, you're thinking it's going to be a good day. You're going to profit off your little antique table and the wood from the Civil War. Lo and behold, Dave steps out of the corner. Yep. Just doesn't stop bidding. Just whatever number you list, he will bid.
Yeah. It actually becomes so much of a brand that later on in the series, he starts wearing this hat that says yup on it. You know that meme where it's like, I bet she runs a McDonald's like it's the Navy? That's Dave to me, you know? He takes this shit seriously. He's got the get up. He's no nonsense.
And 6 with a light and 6.5 where? I John him with a light at $600 and I've been $650.
$600 for a fucking storage
Sounds like I'm talking to God.
Hey, whoa. Who the fuck told you to go off script? What do you mean you're talking to God? First of all, wildly discomforting. Second of all, that's not your character trait. You don't get to talk super fast and crack jokes. That's for Barry. Look, he's on the TV. Fuck. Sorry. So Daryl ends up popping in right at the end with an $850 bid and ends up winning the locker. Sorry, Dave. They pop open the next locker to reveal what any normal person would see as shit garbage, but Brandy is super obsessed with this horse head. Jared and Brandy both agree that they're interested in the unit, reasoning that they could probably spend a safe maximum of $300 on it, but then the bidding actually reaches $300.
2.5. 3 right there. 3.5.
My cap was $300. I'm out.
So what do you think is gonna happen next, huh? What do what do you think our favorite rowdy couple is gonna get into next?
3 right there. 3.5. Good idea. 3.75. 3.
Oh, Jared may have said 300, but I didn't.
She's going, babe, stop. 300 was our limit.
Agree to that.
My
It gets to like 10 grand.
cockhole husband may have agreed to that, but I have the credit card. That is so quirky. Also, they literally had a conversation about it mere minutes ago. You know, I guess to be fair, she didn't really respond, but that's just rude. Not nice. Obviously, they end up winning the unit, spending a total of $475, and honestly, that's not...
It's trash. Look at it. It's a fucking laundry bin, dude. It's garbage. That's what people put in storage units. Stuff they don't want or don't need at the moment.
That's not too much over the agreed amount. Jared's just being a bitch. Daryl and his son Brandon leave the sale accompanied by Dan, the auctioneer, and they discuss the new rivalry between Brandon and Dave. And once again, Dan goes completely out of line and instantly starts gossiping at a mile a minute.
You didn't see that this morning?
No.
Between Dave and Brandon?
Yeah, what's going on with that? What are you guys fighting about? I don't mind a little drama. It's good for business. The higher the bids go, the more I take home at the end of the day.
You cold motherfucker.
Okay, Elvis.
You know, honestly, I'm starting to like him a little bit. But things are about to get rocky because Brandon decides that he wants to dig into Dave a little bit more.
We've kind of already got Dave right where we want him. I think I'm just going and kind of poke him a little bit.
By the way, I love the way that he pronounces that pokeem.
Poke him a little bit.
I think he's one of those guys that would pronounce Monday like Mundy, you know?
You can't.
You butcher yourself, let alone, and that's why you're speechless at me right now because you're a crybaby.
Okay, this is just two Reddit kids arguing in high school. Can we agree on that? You're literally speechless right now. Your argument is invalid. But then they really start going at it. And it's funny because you can tell they all want to get physical, but no one is actually willing to make a move. I think it's on account of the fact that...
Bro, but fucking... Dude, he would get his ass kicked. My man's got the fucking glasses, standing about 5'6". He would murder him.
Want to get physical, but no one is actually willing to make a move. I think it's on account of the fact that Daryl is fucking massive. It took me until this moment to realize, but god
okay, Daryl's the guy I like. Dave, I don't.
damn, take a look at that juicy man.
I'm trying to look at this locker, but I'm so pissed. My adrenaline's just getting ready to burst out of my head.
God damn, dude. You really could have just been like, damn it, I'm really pissed off at those boys. But instead, he pretty much proceeded to just say that he wanted to die in the calmest way possible. Anyway, we finally arrived at the last unit bidding for the day. And once again, Barry just starts spitting out nonsense that no one cares about or understands.
I see somebody's got Queen Anne legs in there, huh? Or is that a Chippendale leg? Chippendale or Queen Anne? Chippendale or Queen Anne?
Queen Anne.
Nope. Chippendale.
Barry's the only person who actually likes this unit, though. Everyone else is just trying to use it as leverage against their rivals. Jared wants to buy it just to spite Brandon.
Yeah, but it's such douchebaggery, dude. For you to sit there and be like, I'm going to bid up this storage unit just so the other person has to pay more, when the profit of this is probably either just going to the storage company or the fucking government.
The trigger, and Daryl just wants to force Dave into buying it.
Because there's a big pile of crap, and Dave...
Like, that's actually shit. Like, but honestly... If I'm buying a storage unit, I might buy this. No. Fuck. Like, how... Do you think there's anything valuable in here? No. Because if you own a storage unit and you're willing to just hunk shit in here and then close it, not even organize it whatsoever, everything here is valueless. Like, this is hoarding. There's no way. If they wanted this fucking weird table in the back, they would have to get everything out of the unit.
Because there's a big pile of crap, and Dave Hester deserves this.
Now, this bid ends up going pretty high, but that's not really my focus right now because I'm starting to notice some things that are pissing me off a little bit. Number one, the quote-unquote main characters of the show just fucking prance around while the auction is happening with zero regard for the actual patrons. Like, look at this. At one point, Dave just busts through the crowd to get to the front, and no one does anything about it. Number two, sometimes the randos in the back will just pop out with random bids. Like, what do these guys think they're getting for $100? And more importantly, how did this NPC duo bid at the exact same time without even looking at each other? It would seem that this show harbors a myriad of questions, but with the episodes only being 20 minutes each, well, I don't think we're gonna get any answers.
Final call at 13.
$1,300 for a pile of shit. Oh my god, congratulations, buddy. You got 3 old stained, piss-stained mattresses and fucking trash.
And 14.
Oh my god! Out of the fucking blue! Yep! $5,000. Yep!
So now Dave's just trying to piss everyone off, but he does end up...
I'm letting him have it.
The day of bidding is over, and it's time for our cast of characters to dig through their loot. Only sad part about all of this is the fact that Barry didn't win a single locker, which sucks, because whenever he goes through lockers, he puts on his signature skeleton gloves. I don't know, I'm just bummed. The first locker we get to see is Daryl and Brandon's locker, and the first thing they find is what they believe to be an old outhouse toilet.
Well, I wouldn't be putting my hand right there.
Smell the wood.
That's all right.
That's how you tell by the wood.
And it would seem that Daryl sees value in it, which at first I didn't understand. Until I went to beautifultoilets.com, because apparently this style of toilet, or one that looks pretty similar to it, goes for around $4,000. At least the shipping's free. These guys are just so...
Who is buying like an olden styled, no plumbing, just shit shoot? For what? Like, why? Who the fuck? Who the hell wants like an old styled outhouse?
Make potty mouth jokes.
I guarantee you they weren't thinking about big guys like me when they made that thing. Remember, I collect jock straps, so if you see an old jock strap in there.
Then they find a desk that Daryl thinks is for a lady because it's petite.
This is real petite, so I'm thinking maybe this is more of a lady's desk or something like that.
And all this really pisses me off, because while they go through
$700. They just guesstimate the value of this fucking thing. Oh yeah, we could probably sell this for $450.
This junk, Daryl just self-prices every item.
Look, chat, they already profited. See, no, they're already up. That table, the fucking wooden toilet, and this one chair, they're up. They're up $100.
Simply claims to make over $1,000 from it all. By the way, he only values that toilet at like $200. What a fucking idiot, you know? You should have gone to beautifultoilets.com. This show really has the ability to make you love and hate every single character, except for the GOAT, Now it's time to see what's inside of Brandy and Jared's locker, so let's take a look.
This'll sell for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, you can't find these anymore.
What the fuck are...
Wait, it's a fucking plastic shell light. You can't find these anymore.
Are you talking about, dude? In fact, you know what? Time me. Watch this.
All right, here we go. Seashell lamp. There you go. Take your pick. Look at all those. Jesus Christ, I'm a genius.
Regardless, Brandy's still convinced that the horse head has some value.
I think somebody made this in their backyard.
Jared isn't listening to me at all. Between him and that head, we got the whole horse here.
Fucking move on, man. Naturally, this locker inspection ends in a sassy argument, once again raising the question, do they love each other? Now, Dave's locker is absolutely full of shit, which according to Daryl is a massive waste of time. But personally, this is the locker that I'd go for, right? You know, like with the horsehead one, you're taking a major risk. But look at this one. This one's got 3 mattresses.
That are actually piss stained.
It's a hoarder locker.
So this should be some kind of...
Oh my god, it's just a briefcase of fucking tissues. Yo, and he spent $1,300 on this.
That's some kind of bone.
Oh, okay,
That's
bones
so
bones are
gross.
cool. Why are they there? Right? Like this locker could have belonged to a scientist or a necrophiliac. And look, I know I'm joking about it, you know, I kid, I play, but the show treats it like it's the most insane discovery of all time.
This is definitely a human skeleton here. This is the strangest thing I've ever found.
That is not a human skeleton.
Storage unit.
But I don't know, that just seems pretty normal to me, especially considering it has the bolts and stuff in it. It probably just belonged to a science professor or something. Nah, but on Storage Wars, these are the bones of Jack the Ripper! But now that everyone's had a chance to look through their lockers, it's time for them to call in the experts. Which basically means going to a bunch of random antique stores. Brandy and Jared head to Off the Wall Antiques. And by the way, if you were wondering who wears the pants in this relationship, it's definitely Brandy. Because she wears her sunglasses inside and Jared doesn't. So they pull up, right? Okay. Then they reveal that they were referred.
Also, what a weird way to wear sunglasses. Don't you put them around your ears? My man's just rocking a headband.
To this guy by Barry, to which he replies,
We were
You gotta say, I'll give you $30 for this.
referred to you by Barry White.
Oh, Barry, longtime friend. Quite a character.
Yes,
he is.
Nah, that's cold as fuck. You're really just gonna take his referral and then snipe his ass when he turns his back? Oh, not me! Oh! Anyway, they're like, do you know anything about this horse? And he's like, oh, I know a lot about this horse.
Let me tell you, you have something really unusual because this is gold leafed on tin. And gold leaf comes from France, and it's a really beautiful execution of a
Oh my
horse.
God, just get to the money, man. Now, of course, Jared's like,
How freaking lucky can she get? Gold leaf from France?
dude, gold leaf from France? Yes.
Gold leaf from France? We're probably going to make like $30 on this unit. Gosh, dude, Brandy's just, her luck is out of this world, dude. We're probably going to be up like $35. God, we spent like $500 for the fucking unit. We might break even.
I still don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, so here's the history. These horse heads were used back in the day outside of bridal shops. And to clear things up for you, bridle is actually the name for that headgear they put on a horse. Kind of cool. I didn't know that. However, this one is made out of metal, which indicated that this store not only sold bridles, but...
In order to open a restaurant or a butcher shop that sells horse meat to humans, you have to have this hanging outside of your shop.
Woo, had to take a seat after that one. God. Can someone out there confirm if that's legit? Because
I feel like that's a fucking lie.
I want it to not be. But apparently this has all been very worth it because the guy appraises.
All right, can I ask though, why is horse meat so odd, right? Like, I'm not gonna be happy if somebody says you're eating horse meat. But what is the whole thing of horse meat being disgusting, right? Like, oh my God, this is fucking horse meat. Like, wouldn't horse meat be probably more expensive than like cow meat just because of the abundance of cows and the production of cows? I feel like eating horse meat would actually be more expensive. People just think it's cruel. Dude, if you want me to be real, I think killing cows is as cruel. I mean, I'll still eat a steak. But like, have you ever met a cow? Most people that eat, like, chickens, those things are fucking idiots, right? Fucking chop their head off. Gobble, gobble. Like, who gives a shit, right? Pigs, somewhere in between. You ever meet a cow? Cows are nice, right? Not bulls. Bulls will charge you. But, like, cows are nice animals, just generally. Like, especially, like, baby cows. Like, they're scared. Like, they're always, like, and they're, like, cute animals. It's kind of sad that, like, we eat them.
Is the horse head at around $3,000. Not only
like, what the fuck?
That, but this sick freak loves the thing so much that he offers to buy it from them himself for $2,000. And they take it. But it's not over yet because we still need to figure out how much Dave's bone collection costs.
How would I know that this wasn't just some person that didn't like his wife or...
Oh, Dave! The main issue here is really just finding out if these bones are real or not, and apparently they are. According to the expert, they've even been professionally cleaned.
This is nylon string. Usually people who have dismembered a body do not
Whoa, wait, no one said anything about dismemberment. You know, you might be the expert.
But what are the odds, right? Like, I don't want to say it's planted, but they're finding a random person's storage unit. What are the odds they're going to have, like, a dead fucking corpse in that storage unit? 1 in 3. I feel like it's planted, right? On the top 2.
But you should probably stop talking. Altogether, she ends up appraising the bones for $1,670, which is great, but also very morbid, because those bones used to be someone, and now their life is being appraised on a reality TV show for about the price of a used car. And with that, the episode wraps, making Brandy and Jared the big winners with a profit of $1,860. And what a nice, short, and sweet show that is, right? Don't you love Storage Wars? Don't you love those quick...
Why would they show the boring storage units? Dude, they wouldn't. But, like, that storage unit that had human bones looked stupid. It looked like a hoarder unit, yet it had something good. But, like, most of the time, dude, the weird units are never actually weird units. They still have something that's, like, valuable, which is just, like, odd to me.